Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining me. My watch along for Liverpool against Spurs. Kickoff just 15 minutes away at Anfield. How you all doing? Let me know in the live chat. I've just finished watching the Nottingham Forest game. Forest 0, Fulham 0. About as exciting as it sounds, truth be told. But thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Let me just make sure everything's rocking and rolling in the back end of things. And it is. We are good. There we go. Rex is saying he's been doing a watch along with a Leeds fan. Was it Connor? Was it One Leeds? Was that the channel you were on? I hope it was. If not, we're going to have an argument. Paul saying, decent draw for us this afternoon under the circumstances, but our situation, you can't be missing pens and getting a man sent off. Good draw for West Ham last night. Let's see how Spurs react. I assume, going by your terminology, that you're a Leeds fan, Paul, I assume. Adrian, who's definitely a West Ham fan, saying all this cheering on other teams doesn't sit right with me, but I'll do whatever is needed for West Ham to survive, and if it sends Spurs down, all the better. So I find it quite easy, to be honest with you. I find it quite exciting. I remember that season under Kirbishley, not the one we stayed up afterwards, where, pardon me, we were just 10th all season, and I found it very boring, and you know, you don't want to wish for a relegation battle, but at least you've got something. As long as we stay up, right? At least you've been hooked all season. You've had that emotion and stuff like that. But I think, I'll be honest with you, Adrian, when it was coming to the end of the first half and I seen that Leeds had a pen, so I switched over and watched Calvert-Lewin miss, and I celebrated. I did genuinely cheer. Just like when Bassi had a header against Forest, should have scored, good save, but I was frustrated. And then I've seen that red card for Goodmanson. I mean, that is shocking from the referee. Did you see that? That is terrible refereeing. So he'd already booked Goodmanson halfway through the first half. Then right at the very end, he booked him again. But he wasn't aware he'd already booked him. So he got his yellow card out, booked Goodmanson. The Leeds left wing back had jogged back, and all the Palace players were saying to the referee, that's his second yellow, like, get your red out. And the referee was sort of looked a little bit lost, to be honest with you. He wasn't 100% sure. So clearly, I assume it's the fourth official, because they keep a note of everything as well. So I think the fourth official must have checked his records and said, yeah, you have actually booked him. So he went and gave him the second yellow card and sent him off. Terrible refereeing at that point. I don't know, but I don't think the referee would have shown him a second yellow card if he knew he'd already been booked. I don't think the foul that Goodmanson done for the second yellow, I don't think was worthy of a second yellow card. And I appreciate, by the letter of the law, the benchmark should be the same, whether it's the first yellow, the second yellow, but it's not, is it? You've got to apply a bit of, sort of call it leniency, common sense. You've got to apply a bit of common sense. I don't think that second foul was a yellow card. But that was the only bits of the Leeds game I seen. I watched the Forest one, and again, I celebrated when Ndoye scored. I was like, oh, for God's sake. But I knew he looked a bit offside. It was closer than I expected. But when it got given as offside, I celebrated again. Both games 0-0. Okay for West Ham. The kickoff, what were we? 11 minutes away from Anfield. But I just want to say thank you to you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Something different for the channel over here. So I do appreciate you sticking with me. Paul saying, actually want Tottenham to pinch a draw to keep the manager in place. Last thing we need is a new man coming in, galvanising them. I understand that perspective, but I just want them to get beat. I just want him to lose. Ryan saying, doing very good. Hope you're doing good. He's been out for a meal with his mum and family for Mother's Day. Love that. Well, hope you've all had a lovely time, Ryan. Pig saying, unfortunately, that Nottingham Forest had to draw, but hopefully Spurs lose, and it's a 3-horse race with Leeds also being close. Ionic saying both these teams were so docile. Forest was shitting bricks not to give a goal away. Their celebration when they thought they scored was so funny. It was a poor game. Forest just cannot score. They just can't do it. Serge is saying, can we actually stay up now if Forest sort of being in form? I don't know, do you call that sort of in form? I mean, if this is Forest sort of in form, we'll definitely stay up. They were poor. They just can't score. They cannot score. Paul is a Leeds fan, but enjoys the channel, and he's been watching me with Connor on One Leeds, so he's popped over here and stuck around. Well, I appreciate that. Gerver saying, how many points will be enough to stay up? I've always thought, all season, I've thought, point per game, so 38 points will keep you up. Let's have a look at the league table. Let's see what that's saying. Is it still enough? Well, it is. Forest have played 30 and got 29 points, and they're outside the bottom three. So I'm going to say 38 points. I think 38 points will still be enough just to keep you up. Bloody hell, look at that. 3 of us on 29 points, although Tottenham have got that game in hand, which they're away to play, and then Leeds on 32 points. I'm okay with it from a West Ham perspective. I'll discuss it tomorrow in a bit more detail, but Leeds had to dig in for that, down to 10 men, but pre-match, obviously, before you knew the circumstances, that was a winnable fixture for them against Crystal Palace, and it was a winnable fixture for Nottingham Forest, and they've both come away with a draw, whereas with us, we had a very tough game against Man City and got a draw. And I think a draw today for Spurs would be a good result. Before all mocking of Spurs to one side, if a relegation team can go to Anfield and pick up a point, that's a good result for them. Callum saying the only team that doesn't look nervous down here is West Ham. Always better to be chasing than being chased. I agree with that one. Graham saying, as an honest question, who would be the new Spurs manager? Even Dyche turned him down. I seen De Zerbi was linked, but I seen De Zerbi saying that he'd rather wait till the summer by the looks of it. So he's possibly not keen. I mean, who would be? You look at the situation of Spurs, fucking hell. I mean, their bench, I was going to put it on the bench. Oh, bloody, I've still got the Palace word on there. I was looking at the Spurs bench today. They've got 7 subs and 2 of them are goalkeepers. Jazza saying he gets my logic, but it doesn't quite work because we have less winnable fixtures than Spurs. Define winnable. Define winnable. I think Villa Park's winnable. Then we've got, not in this order, we've got Brentford, winnable. Everton, winnable. Newcastle, winnable. Honestly, I don't think Palace, 100% winnable. Wolves, winnable. Arsenal's the only game I look at in goal pat a little bit, but they might have the title sewn up by then. I think we've got 8 winnable fixtures left because of the circumstances around them. Maybe I'm getting a little bit optimistic and a little bit carried away. However, that's how I honestly feel. Anyway. Playing, I did say I was going to do a watch along of the Leeds and Forest game, but it's Mother's Day, isn't it? And I thought maybe I would be taking the biscuit a little bit if I sat here all afternoon. If I did 2 watching, admittedly I watched the game, but I watched it in the company of Mrs. Gio and Grace. So I just thought I'd maybe be taking the piss a little bit. I thought I'd maybe find myself in the doghouse if I announced I was doing 2 watch-alongs back to back. I didn't think it would go down well, so I played the game. I was decided to do the 4:30 game, and it was this fixture. So I thought we'll have lunch together. I'll watch the game in their company, and then I'll bugger off upstairs and do the watch along. So there you go. Just trying to keep everyone happy. Plinks. Plus, there might only be 10 of you watching, and if I had loads of viewers, right? If I was Mark Goldbridge, I'd be doing them all the time, but I'm not. And there's 400 of you watching, which is a lot of people, to be fair, right? But I can't expect that. I have to assume there's only going to be about 20 people. It's hard to justify it when there's only 20 people. Rex saying, I believe we have the most fight in the team. Leeds, Forest, Spurs looking doomed and clueless in a relegation battle. Avid usually hates the guy, but it's been funny the last couple of weeks. He's speaking about TalkSport, and it has been quite amusing. It's the bit when he says to him, when O'Hara says to him, when Cundy was saying, yeah, but you won the second half. And he was like, well, you just stop going on about the second half. Stop going on about the second half. Stop it. And he's like, I'm trying hard not to swear. Stop going on about the second half. And he goes, you're a professional pundit. And it just cuts to him, and he's just there with his Ange post. He's just there with his Ange mask on. It's brilliant. It's 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. Just absolutely brilliant. Anyway, fantastic stuff. Jack, mate, he's snuck over to the channel. He's found me. Jack is saying, what did you have for lunch? I'll be honest with you. It's really boring. We had a corned beef sandwich. I'm not even kidding. That's what we had. But on Sunday, our routine is to go to M&S and get whatever's got a yellow sticker on it. Right, it's just a thing. Whatever's cheap at M&S, we're having it. And so we've got macaroni cheese for tea. And we also got the panna cotta, the passion fruit panna cotta. 10 out of 10 stuff, but they're a bit. So we only get them when they're going out of date on that day, so they're reduced. So we had corned beef sandwich and a passion fruit panna cotta from M&S. The sandwich wasn't from M&S, it was we just made it ourselves. There you go. Sorry to disappoint you. I feel like that's a very disappointing answer. Whoever's saying, my question is, why is Oliver Glasner struggling to break low blocks as a Palace fan? I didn't watch your game. I didn't watch your games. It's hard to say. But it is, you are missing your playmakers, aren't you? You recovered well from Elise going. I think Sarr was a really good signing to overcome the loss of Elise, but you haven't replaced Eze. I think Sarr, Pino, Brennan Johnson's not doing well. Gessan was piss at Aston Villa. So I think you've just got too many players that are too similar. They like to get on the ball, they like to drive at defences, but they don't perhaps have that creativity. Wharton's fantastic at playing the ball between the lines in the middle of the pitch and getting it into those attacking players, but the problem is he's getting it into the feet of the likes of Sarr and Pino, and you need someone that's able to just play that through ball, play that pass, give that chance. But what I will say is the first 2/3 of the season for Crystal Palace, up until what happened in January, Mateta was getting a lot of chances. Mateta was missing a lot of one-on-ones. He was missing a lot of opportunities that last season he was putting away, and he's just not putting them away this season. So I think there's a combination of not replacing Eze correctly and Mateta just not playing as well as he was last season. If you had last season's Mateta, you'd have a lot more points on the board because he'd be scoring goals. So I think there's a combination of two. I think Munoz being out for a lot of the season hasn't helped. I know he's just came back, then he's out again. But he was a really creative player at right wing back, and he was a goal threat as well at times last season too. So I think you're just missing a lot throughout the team, which is impacting, and this is what you're getting as your end product. But I still think you can go and win the Conference League. Crystal Palace can still have an amazing season, and that is by winning the Conference League. They've got to do it on Thursday, though. Only drawing with Larnaca was a disappointing result. You should be beating them. I know you lost against them earlier on in the season, but I still think you should be winning that one. There you go. Ian also had a corned beef sandwich. There you go. Me and Ian were boring. Straight in there. Itman saying, trying my best to not be biased, I'd place the 4 in the relegation battle in order of who I think is the best overall as Leeds, West Ham, Forest, and then Spurs. Even if it is biased, I'm okay with that. Sorted. Christian saying Johnson was a bizarre signing, doesn't fit. I mean, Larson as well. 48 million quid for Larson. I think he's an okay striker, but 48 million. You can get okay strikers for 10 million these days. But 48 million, that was just desperate. But you thought Mateta was going, didn't you? You thought Mateta was joining Milan, and then they pulled out, and you're left with a 48 million pound player and no money coming in. Anyway, Kickoff's just a minute away. I'm watching on Sky Go on the iPad, so there's a bit delay. Liverpool are doing a huddle, but there's no referee in the middle of it. That's unusual. I mean, what are Chelsea all about? I mean, Liam the Senior's just... Is anyone else fed up of him already? I'm fed up of him. I just find him... He just chats nonsense, doesn't he? The stuff he comes out with. Just... What was his team huddle thing about? Something about the ball or something? I don't know. He's just chatting nonsense. And the referee's stuck in him. Oh, bloody hell, the game's underway. Oh, nice one. I didn't even get to see the kickoff. Right, let me adjust my clock. It's on the screen for you, but let me just adjust the time. Make sure I'm in sync with what's going on the pitch. Well, I need Sky to put the clock up so I know how long it's gone. What's going on? Where's the clock? There we go. Wow, it's too far ahead for my liking. All the gear, no idea. And I pay good money for this data stuff as well. Boom, there we go. The clock's now in sync. Sorted. Right, come on, Liverpool. I'm not going to lie. I'm desperate for a Liverpool win. We'll keep the three teams, and well, 2 points behind Leeds United, but we'll keep the three of them on 29 points. That would be tasty for a relegation battle. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate your company. You know the score. If you're new to Tartan Geo, please do subscribe. I'm coming to the end of my first season doing this seriously. Semi-seriously. Times I've gone a week without doing a video, but I've done my best to some extent. Harry, it's in sync with what I'm watching. The time that you see is what's on my iPad at the time. I know you're thinking, hang on a minute, you're 30 seconds ahead. I'm on the iPad. I'm on Sky Go. I'm always going to have a lag. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, there is. Buy a TV for the room, but that's not happening. It's not happening anytime soon. I'm going to decorate the office first. That's my priority. Going to try and do it over the international break. I'm thinking wooden slats. Everyone's got them, don't they? That's me. That's how trendy I am. I get on the trend 6 months, 12 months too late. I'm thinking about getting them. They're also quite cheap and available and done for you. My kind of thing. Anyway, this is a bit more of a watch along. For anyone that watches my West Ham channel, I tend to do more commentary than watch along, whereas this one's a bit more laid back. So I'll be interacting with you guys in the live chat a lot throughout today's game as Frimpong comes down the right hand side. I'll provide commentary when it's getting tasty, when it's in around the box. Amy says to do panels. Oh, don't start throwing curveballs at me, Amy. I was pretty set on the wooden slats. Plus, it seems pretty easy. Lobster Man saying burn the West Ham. Bloody hell, my DIY is very average. I do not have the ability to burn the West Ham badge into the wooden slats. I was intending on getting a shirt frame to put it up and then getting a open bookcase for Geo stuff on display. None of this storage stuff. I mean, it shouldn't really be here, but once I get rid of that, it'll just be my stuff. Sound treatment? That sounds expensive. I don't even know what that is. The wooden slats are apparently good for it. For enhancing the acoustics of your room, I think, is one of the selling points of it. I'm not displaying the medal, Avid. I don't know. There's got to be fair, I don't even know if I'm... Like, insurance makes me nervous. If I'm advertising I've got it. Anyway, I don't know. Plus, you wouldn't see it. Even if I put it up, you wouldn't see it, would you? Look. It's too small. Guess you can see it. Anyway, nothing's really happened in the game so far. That's going to be a yellow card. Bloody hell. I thought that was a yellow card all day, every day for Joe Gomez there. But the referee's not even given the free kick. Solanke's not happy as Frimpong whips it in. Hands out for a goal kick. 5 minutes without a goal for Liverpool. Boo! What is this? Pathetic. Just showing us the replays. Barry, I don't have 150 quid. We've got every penny we get is getting hoovered up into this bloody house. Mrs. Gio has a long list of things she wants done. And I've done very little. I'll get there. We'll get it done. For someone who's very impatient. I'm actually quite patient when it comes to getting the house done. I've still got to change the curtain poles in here. But that's why I want to get the office done. It's annoying me a little bit. I want it to be, sexy bastard room. When I come in, I want to feel good. I took the robin fell off the curtain pole the other day. I was trying to change the curtains. Well, I say change the curtains. We have curtains from the old house. I've seen if they would fit. They don't. And the robin fell down off the curtain pole. Look. It's all bent as well. You can't really see it. It looks quite straight there. It is bent, I promise you. And the robin on the curtain pole fell off. Well, Tal got in the corner, did a bit of skill. And went out for the goal kick. Lovely jubbly. Liverpool have a goal kick. 7 minutes gone at Anfield. I don't know why I'm still holding the robin. The bin's downstairs got emptied. It can go back in the pile on the floor. I'm assuming you know what the medal is, Jetero. I know you're just taking a piss, and I'm okay with that, right? But I assume you know what the medal is. If not, boy, I got a story for you. Anyway, Tao's getting a bit of treatment here. I don't know if he's pretending his contact lenses fell out or he's a bit dizzy after the ball. He ran the ball out of play. Surely not another injury for Spurs. Would only be a good thing. For us as a West Ham fan, if anyone in the chat that's not a West Ham fan, might be a good thing for them as well. Certainly got at least one Leeds United fan in here. Do you know what I do like about one thing in the Premier League? There's few things to like at the minute, isn't there? But one thing I do like in the Premier League is the quiet comeback of the retro badge, especially on the away kits or the third kits. Like Sunderland are wearing it, Spurs are wearing it, Newcastle have got something different. I don't know if it was one of their previous badges or not. Do you know that NUFC? It looks like the pretty green logo, doesn't it? But I like it. And obviously, as a West Ham fan, I'm like, ooh, could we have one of our old badges on the away kit at least? Probably not, but I do like it. I do quite like clubs wearing a retro badge on their away kit. It's nice. Must be very appealing. Anyway, Spurs just taking a throw and Tails back into action. Come up to the 10th minute at Anfield. Nothing's much has happened yet. Danny's an Everton fan. He's here. to laugh at Tottenham. I respect that a lot. Hopefully we get a giggle this afternoon. What do you make, Danny, if you don't mind me asking? What do you make of all the... Oh, here we go. Verts is through-ish. He's not through anymore because it's a Gakpo. Ah, for fuck's sake, man. I have to be honest, when I seen the Liverpool lineup, it didn't make me think, oh yeah, these are winning tonight. Feel the attack feels a bit timid, doesn't it? Of Rio, Gakpo and Frimpong. Now don't get me wrong, Rio looks like a top talent, but Gakpo's been pissed for a few months now, and Frimpong, he's a proper right wing back, isn't he, rather than a right winger. And he's just giving the ball away to Sarr here. Anyway, Danny, what did you make of the Barry stuff? That's what I want to know. I've seen the footage this morning. It's stupid on his behalf, in my opinion, giving tickets to people that you know are Arsenal fans to put them in with the Everton fans. Just a really stupid decision. Everyone involved stupid. He's stupid. And the people that accepted it, I get why they would accept it, but to then celebrate, potentially show your colours. I believe they showed their colours as well. And Solanke, oh, good defending there by Andy Robertson. Just half chance there for Spurs, actually. Come on, Liverpool, for God's sake. Wake up a little bit here. That's well cut out. Oh, Sousa. Is that Sousa? I think it's Sousa. Didn't know he was a right winger. I guess it needs must, isn't it? Got onto his left foot. I know he's left-footed. Decent effort. Late swerve there, wasn't it, from Sousa's effort? Late swerve, tipped over by Alisson. If Liverpool could just start playing a little bit better, that would be much appreciated. Anyway, Spurs have got a corner. They're bringing up the stat that Spurs have got 14 goals from corners. The only issue is, I'd imagine a few of them have been tucked away by Romero. And it comes... Oh, and Sarr got his head on it. And sort of Spurs want a pen, but Liverpool have got the free kick. They're looking, dare I say it, they're not looking too bad so far, Spurs. They're not as funny as they have been in the last couple of weeks. Anyway, Revelo, who says it shows a lack of respect to your own supporters. And then Danny, the Everton fan, said you don't put home fans in seats and full stop. Yeah, I just thought it was a stupid thing for Barry to do. It makes it very awkward for him. I know he did a thing this afternoon. I haven't read it though, but prior to reading that, it makes it very awkward for him as an Everton player. Well, Liverpool could just sharpen up. That would be much appreciated. We just need a Liverpool corner. Get Van Dijk's head on that. Bosh. As Rio's on the ball. I'm looking forward to seeing him this afternoon, actually. See what he can do. Liverpool need the win, don't they, for Champions League football? Got a bit of an opportunity with Newcastle beating Chelsea as Gakpo's on the Granberg's on the ball on that left wing here. Gives it to McAllister. He crosses it, but it's not a good cross, and Vicario comfortably gets on it. Well, that's just stupid, isn't it, Danny? Like, he's already taken up accountability last night by calling out the behaviours. Inverts. Oh, good tackle there. I have to say, I think the last few weeks when I've watched Spurs, Archie Gray has impressed me. He's one of the few players that looks like he's up for a bit of a battle. And I think Richarlison will be as well. I think getting him back in the team makes sense. Just need Liverpool start playing better at the minute. Spurs look quite comfortable, I have to say. Change of formation for Spurs, though, going to 4-4-2, really. Tudor ditching his back three as Frimpong does a 1-2 reverts and Spence does really well to keep up with him. But it's a corner kick to Liverpool. Hopefully we can get Van Dijk on the end of this one. He's not giving a corner. What's this Lino doing? It's difficult to tell, isn't it? Spence certainly kicks it, but I think Frimpong might get something on that. I think they might have kicked it at the same time. On the side of caution if I was the line, though, which he's done. I'm not enjoying this as much as I thought I would. They were 3-0 down at this point during the week, Spurs, and the keeper was getting subbed off. That shows the standards of Tottenham at the minute, doesn't it? Because the fact they've made it to 60 minutes 0-0, I'm almost disappointed. Surprised that they've got this far without conceding. Next weekend's a big one, though, isn't it? Forest Spurs. Oh, that's a big game. Regardless of how this game goes, it's still a big match, that one. Even if Tottenham get the win here, which, fingers crossed, they do not. But even if they do, it's still a huge game for both sides next Sunday. I wish I could watch it, but West Ham are playing at the same time, unfortunately, against Villa. And I discovered today there's no 4:30 game next Sunday. McAllister just battling away. He gets chopped down by Archie Gray. It's a free kick to Liverpool. We're into Szoboszlai territory. Come on, son. Belt it. We need a Szoboszlai swerver. Now, Sousa that tripped him up in the end. Come on. Come on, Szoboszlai. Smash this one in. Here we go. It's a good distance, this. Oh, Vicario's offering him a lot of the goal. That's a mistake. Oh, he's offering him a lot of that goal. Come on, Szoboszlai. Yes! Get in! Yes! 1-0 Liverpool. Vicario's so shit. He's just basically looked at one of the best free kick takers there is and went, there you go. If you can get it into that part of the goal, you'll score. It doesn't even feel like it's right in the corner either. My word, he's so shit. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this goal. What's Vicario doing? I know you've got your wall there, but you're against one of the best free kick takers in the league. You can't be doing that. It's not even right in the corner or nothing. It's a decent effort, a goal. Had Vicario been stood in the middle, he'd have just caught it. The more I watch it, the worse it gets. I mean, I'm happy it's 1-0 Liverpool, but that is terrible goalkeeping. That is terrible. He's just offered him the 2/3 of the goal. Said, there you go, you get it over here, you've scored. Szoboszlai, the thing is, right, Szoboszlai's technique usually goes for power. He didn't go for power on that one because of Vicario. Vicario basically said, you just need to place it over there. My word, he's terrible. There's 2 goalkeepers on the Spurs bench today. Come on. Kinski's almost smiling. Look at him. He's practically smiling. The Spurs sub-keeper, he's actually smirking. He's probably thinking, if I was him, I'd start warming up. Honestly, even if he hasn't been told to. I would just start warming up. I would go like Sunday League stuff. Do you know, like in Sunday League, where you always get the shit player, right? And he would just warm up in front of the manager. And he'd warm up like the whole game as well. It's Gravenberch! Oh! That one didn't look far away from Gravenberch either. But you always got the shit player, didn't you? That would go past, up, the manager would be on the touchline, he'd go jogging past the manager, you know, I'm warming up, Gaffer. It's 5 minutes gone, but I'm warming up, I'm ready to go. Kinski needs to start doing a little bit of that. Start warming up as close to Tudor as you can. Minutes applause and celebration of Jota on his time at Liverpool. As Szoboszlai just hooks it down. Oh, I'm pleased about this. I'm glad they're winning. Liverpool haven't been very good, and to be fair, Spurs have been a lot better than recently. But it's just terrible goalkeeping again. Lobsterman wants Spurs to draw the second half just to get Cundied material go again. Oh, he's going to be loving it, isn't he? He's going to be absolutely loving it. Barlow would like to see the goal difference of Spurs being impacted. I would as well. I feel like it's a bit optimistic. They're on -8 at the minute. It's I can't see us catching them goal difference wise. But I'm okay with just the points total at the minute. To finish this weekend equal on points. The thing is, if it finishes like this, and if we don't lose at Villa Park, we will not be in the bottom 3 over the international break, because Forest play Spurs. One of them would be in it as long as this finishes a Liverpool win and we do not get beat by Aston Villa. We cannot be in the bottom 3 because a point would take us above Spurs if Forest win. I'm doubting that now. What happens if it's a draw? What happens if we draw? If we draw, we would then technically have... Yeah, and they draw, we'd all have 30 points. Ignore what I just said. Control, Alt, Delete. Control Z, Control Z. Verts into McAllister. It's bouncing around in that Spurs box. Verts again. Back to Szoboszlai. Shoot! He crosses it. Goes all the way through to Rio. It's all awkward. And it's a Spurs throw in. Boom! Barlow said 12 more goals, we go above Spurs. It would be kind, wouldn't it? Very kind. JP saying, do we want Spurs to draw? I think so. At this point, I think I do. Because a win would put us above both. And, yeah, I've had a feeling for a few weeks that we're going to beat Aston Villa. So, I'm sticking with it. I think we'll win at Villa. I've got a few Villa subscribers on here, but I didn't see the game today, obviously. They've just been a bit stale recently, a little bit fatigued. John McGinn's back, though, so that gives them a boost. Hopefully, Lille can take it out of them on Thursday night before we play them. But should it be a draw, and should we win, we'll be above both of them. That would be beautiful. The cardio going long. And it's out of play. Oh, he's terrible, isn't he? He's got to be the worst keeper in the league at the starting. Out of all the goalkeepers at the start, he's got to be the worst one, hasn't he? It's got to be. Who would be worse than him out of the goalkeepers? I can't think of one. Actually, maybe the Leeds one, Perry. I don't like him. Although saying that Darlow's the keeper at the minute, but I don't like Perry. He's stinky. Martin saying, do you think a spirited loss saves Tudor his job? No. I'll tell you what, though, it's going to be a very expensive thing to do for Spurs to get rid of him. I imagine on a few million, even just till the summer, I know, but who did they go get? Who's going to want to touch it? You don't want to be the manager, right? You don't want to be the manager that gets Spurs relegated, even though it's not your shambles. The mess was done before you go in. You don't want to be the guy that takes them down. You don't want to be that guy. It's Gakpo. Oh, blocked. Come on, we need more. I want another one. I feel like one's nice, two's good, three's where it starts to get funny. I like comedy. I want more goals. Here we go, Paul, another Leeds fan. Happy with a Leeds point today after the pen and sending off. How many will Spurs lose by? I love this. Football are coming together. The fan bases are uniting, hoping for a Spurs relegation. "27 minutes on the clock, nearly still 1-0. Liverpool. Spurs losing once again. Imagine they don't lose, right? If they don't win today and they don't win next weekend, that means they're into April. That means they've gone the first 3 months of 2026 without winning in the league. What an absolute shambles, and it is just somewhat beautiful. He's done that a couple of times now, Gomez, just nibbling Solanke as he drops deep. I'd still like another goal. What we all saying in the live chat? How are we all saying? Dean saying we used to say how empty the ball would be if we went down. Imagine Spurs' gazillion pound stadium in the Championship. At their prices as well. Can't see it. Can't see it. Meatball doesn't like cheering for Liverpool. Look at it like this. You're not cheering for Liverpool. You're cheering for Spurs to lose. Verts into Frimpong, gives him back to McAllister. And Richarlison just gets in there to get rid of it. Tell, he's shaking off Szoboszlai here, and he's on the move. Szoboszlai's done well to get back in and just slow him down, and Verts gets back to the cover for him. And Gomez skins Richarlison. Oh, this is nice football by Liverpool. We just need a couple of Spurs players to lose their heads, don't we? Because they're not going to be enjoying this. Can we have another red card, please? Broccoli saying the Spurs players, apart from Richarlison, aren't even trying, and they are pathetic. It's good. It's good. Robertson just plays it into Gakpo. Spence touch tight, and the free kick goes against Gakpo in favour of Spence. Plinks, my score prediction. I'm going to keep it honest. I'm going to tell you what it was in my preview show, right? I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to tell you what it was. It was... That's the wrong week, Gio. Where are we? We must be here. There we are. It was 2-1 Liverpool. That was my prediction. The 2-1 there. That was it. So my prediction is on. My predictions for earlier were all wrong, though. I get most of my predictions wrong, to be fair. Don't know why people tune in, really. Just looking at them, they're quite terrible. Don't like that put you off, though. Subscribe, stick around. As long as Liverpool win, I'm okay. I'm not that arsed about the goal difference. I would prefer a hiding, just for the humour. But for selfish reasons, or a selfish perspective, from a West Ham perspective, we're not going to catch them on goal difference. I'm not that bothered. Macario, oh, it's dodgy. And McAllister didn't do the ambitious thing. Robertson, that's a nice head down to Gakpo. Come on, do something useful. And it comes. It's headed behind by Sarr. Corner kick to Liverpool. And come on, Van Dijk time. We need a big leaping header from Virgil. Wham. Come on. What we're going to do next week? What's the watch along next week? Because we can't do the Spurs-Tottenham game. Spurs-Tottenham game, that's the same team. The Spurs for this one, unfortunately. I would love to, but we cannot. So, looking at the Saturday games, obviously you lot are biased. You're just going to pick the Leeds one, aren't you? You don't have to do one. Hang on a minute. It's the final, isn't it? On Sunday. That's why there's no 4:30 game. Maybe we do one for the final. The problem is, though, West Ham get pumped. I'll be in a bad mood. I won't be in the mood for doing a watch along, will I? Maybe we do on Saturday. Now it's the international break. Going to take a couple of days off the international break. Not had a day off this year yet, so I'm going to make sure to take at least 2 days off during the international break. Spend time with Mrs. Gio. Going to go to, don't know what it's called, Peak District Wildlife Park. Is that what it's called? Don't know. There's a polar bear there. So I'm going to take little Gio to go see it's more for the penguins. She likes penguins are my favourite animal. And so we're going to go, I want to go see them. But I'm hoping Grace will enjoy it. So we're going to go there. There's a monkey forest not far from here. So we're going to go there as well. Get Shorty out and about. And build up some daddy points and husband points before the running of the Premier League season after the international break. Luckily for us, for Scotland, we're only playing friendlies because we've already qualified for the World Cup. But there's some good qualifiers on during the international break, so I'll still be watching football. I'm just going to do a little bit less work. And Szoboszlai breaking away here, gives it to Verge. It's a half decent chance here for Liverpool. He finds Rio. Oh, it's blocked by Porto. Good chance that. Liverpool aren't even that good, are they? They're not even that good. Cheddars, no, I don't need a ticket for Leeds. I've got a season ticket, Cheddars. I've got a season ticket. I've just been giving it away every single game. So I'll give it to a Hammers Chat patron every single game so that it doesn't go to waste and someone can go for free. I will go back soon. I was looking at the Leeds Cup game, but the trains are fucked, aren't they? Wolves is on Friday night. Doesn't leave much, does it? Maybe go Arsenal, but I can't stand Arsenal. Oh, bloody hell, that's a free kick. Szoboszlai, maybe 45, 50 yards worth a shot, in my opinion. Tudor's fuming. This is good. I like it. Yeah, getting one right up. The last time Spurs had a touch in the opposition box was in the 11th minute. And we're now into the 35th. Doesn't matter what you pick up, it's not good. Right, come on, Szoboszlai. Just go for goal. Vicario, let's have a look. For anyone not watching, there's no way he should be shooting here. But with this goalkeeper, you don't know. I'd go for it. He doesn't. Ah, it's headed away. Charlison, and it's pinched off him. McAllister wiggles past one, gives it to Gakpo. Oh, off the post. Nearly two. We nearly got our second. And it's out for throw to Spurs, and Porro is not happy about something. He's barking at the referee. No, I won't go to less or more. It's just life. Just life. That's what's prevented me. Oh, I have to say, that's an outstanding save by Vicario. He got his fingertips on that. It looked like it just hit the post, but Vicario just got his fingertips on it. Life's just got in the way of good football. But it was planned to some extent, which was, let's buy a house. But I'll get to one before the end of the season. Next season, I'll get to, I don't know, a few. Anyway, Spence goes long, and Robertson deals with that really well. I appreciate no one ever ranks chesting it back to the goalkeeper, right? But Andy Robertson's bloody brilliant at it. Matty Cash, he's another one. He's really good at it. Cross comes in deep to the back post and he just chests it down to the goalkeeper. I think Adam Creswell used to be good at it at West Ham. You need severe confidence in your ability to do that. You get that wrong and you look stupid, but yeah, I like it. I like a defender that's competent enough to do that. There's a guy in the lower league, I can't even tell you what league, never mind the team. He thighs it back to his goalkeeper all the time, and it's quite amusing actually because it exposes people that don't know the rules of the game. Because whenever he does it, some people shout for a pass back, but he does quite a lot. It'll be like a ball over the top of the defence. He'll go running back, and he'll just thigh it back to his keeper, and the keeper's aware of it. That he does that a lot, so whenever it goes back and the defender's running that, the keeper's ready for the defender just to thigh it back to him. Watching a replay of the free kick, and that keeper, honestly, that keeping is just terrible. Yes, there's 100%. We've got to watch along Tuesday night on Hammers Chat, not this one, on Hammers Chat for the final. 100%. I've got an extra prop. We've obviously got our props. We've got the space duck and we've got the discus sperm. A third prop has been purchased ahead of the final. Oh, Frimpong's nicked it. Gives it to McAllister. Liverpool on the break here. Oh, it's a bad ball by McAllister to Frimpong. And the Spurs recover. Just over 5 minutes till half-time at Anfield. It's not been the most exciting one. Thomas, it's difficult to do a watch-along. A, what channel do you put it on? B, like, we've both got to... It's really hard to get people to be able to watch at the same timing. Like, when we did them in the summer, I done them with Frankie, and the games were often on, whether it be Sky or YouTube or whatever. We were out of sync. It was difficult to get it in sync. No, we were both watching on Sky Go. That was it. The Premier League Summer Series in America, we were both watching a game on Sky Go, and we both had different times. I was on the iPad and he was on the desktop, and we were both at different times in the stream. So it's just really difficult. Oh, Come on, Liverpool. We need number 2. It's just wave after wave. They're not creating enough, Liverpool. Like I said, they did hit the post, but we just want a second one just to calm my nerves, just to make me feel at ease. But I'll be honest with you, Spurs have offered nothing. It's just terrible football. Spurs are really like panicky at the minute. Just kicking off players rather than passing to each other. Although Tell's making a really good run here. Looks for Spence, and Szoboszlai just brings that one down. Back to Alisson, and he just clears it with Richarlison bearing down on him. Throw into Spurs. Less than 5 minutes to go. Won't be much added on at the end of this half. Nothing's really happened, is there? Ryan, I don't know where I put the Moldovan flag. It must be in the bookcase. It's got to be. Maybe I'll pull it out for that game. Jazza, the Chelsea team huddle. My honest opinion is it's a load of wank. And whoever's playing Chelsea next needs to go do the huddle before Chelsea. On the halfway line. And just stop Chelsea doing it. Because they won't know what to do. That's the thing. They think they're doing something powerful, meaningful, a load of nonsense. But honestly, if I'm playing Chelsea next and I'm the captain, I'm making sure my team are doing the huddle on the halfway line before they do theirs. Or, do you know what I'd do? I'd go stand on the centre circle. Do you know what the referee did? I'd go do that. And I'd say, go on then, do your huddle. I'm not getting out of it though. I dot my players along the halfway line when they do their huddle, so someone's in the middle of the huddle. Like, go on then, do your huddle. And when they're doing it and they start speaking, I would start, I don't know, singing, yodeling. I can't yodel before someone asks for an example. Can't give you one, I'm afraid. But I think that's what I would do. Who did Chelsea play next? Who are we nominating to get in the Chelsea huddle and yodel? Anyway, Liverpool got a free kick close to the edge of the box, but it's down the side of it, unfortunately, as Rio's just ripped Sousa a new one. Chelsea. They play Everton next, okay? So we need an Everton player to get in the middle of that Chelsea huddle. Maybe Dewsbury Hall. I reckon he'd be a good candidate. Michael Key. Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford would be incredible, wouldn't he? Right, come on. There's a chance to make it 2-0. Come on, Szoboszlai. Just shoot. And he does, I think. Wasn't goal bound, but it's got cleared out. But he's certainly got the power in the dip of a shot. Gravenberg, he's lost it. Szoboszlai just hooks it back in towards that goal to Van Dijk, who heads it down. It's Van Dijk. Come on. Goes through to Rio. He's going to cross it. Come on. Get on your right and swing that in. He's tried to pass it. He's just found Wirtz. It's getting scruffy in there. And Spence's out for a goal kick. Well, that was boring. Boo. Korsark and Yodel. Swiss heritage. I may need proof. It's not that I don't believe you. I'd just like to witness the proof, that's all. Spurs have got a free kick for something. Don't know, sympathy from the ref, I think. Must be against Van Dijk, because that's where he was, swinging his foot at the ball. Solanke flicks on to Richarlison. Szoboszlai gets there. Sousa keeps it in, though. Gets it to Tell. He crosses it towards Richarlison. Whoa. That wasn't too far wide. Wasn't too... A warning for Liverpool. Spurs have woke up a little bit for a minute. Not a bad effort by Richarlison there. 30 seconds of normal time. Thank you to Ionix for the £5 super chat and the support. By the way, kind of you. Says, how many points do you think Spurs will get from the last 8 games? Let's have a look at halftime. Right, we'll have a look at halftime. I'll even get a poll on the go. See what the live chat are saying. So if you're in the live chat, get a pen and paper ready. Or make sure you can add up 8 games worth of points one by one. Because you're going to need your points tally at the end of it. I'm a pen and paper kind of guy. I like writing stuff down. I like being organised. Not just with these notes, just everything. Not a journal. I don't write down my thoughts. Although nothing against that if people enjoy journaling. Mrs. Gio recommends it. She's a journaler. You don't want my thoughts. I'd just be writing down who I think is a cunt for the day. Honestly, I'd be like, watch Liverpool Spurs. Vicario's a useless cunt. That would be my journaling. Mother-in-law came round. Ian says, my stepson, a Spurs fan, said he will not come out of the house. Do you like him or not, Ian? If you don't like him, not a problem. If you do like him, small problem. One less mouth to feed, I suppose. Cheaper. You can always go around his house. He's just lucky that the EFL trophy only goes to League 1 or 2, otherwise you'd be taking some Papa John's pizza around to celebrate their new competition. Tal looks alright, I will say that. I liked Tal when he was in the Bundesliga, although you didn't see loads of him. I do quite like him as a player, Tal. Still can't. I wonder which teams will go. Do you know if Spurs do go down? Which teams will go cherry pick Spurs players? Villa, Newcastle. I mean, you'd be licking your lips, wouldn't you? Wow, Richarlison again. He's unlucky. That was a really good header by Richarlison. Good save by Alisson. Really good save. There's bodies in between Richarlison and Alisson. There's bodies. And it bounces. Gravenberg's swinging a leg at it. Alisson has to be alert. Really good save. Whew. Spurs nearly getting an equalizer just at the break there. Half time at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Spurs 0. Right then. Danny wants Richarlison back, so you should. I like him. I've always been a bit of a Richarlison fanboy. He's not the best player in the world, but there's something about him I quite like. Doesn't give up, does he? Right. Spurs points tally. What I'm going to do is get the poll ready. And actually, no, I won't, because you'll all just start voting and you don't know the games. You've got to get the games. Right. As I load it up, please do subscribe. Stanley, I didn't watch your game. He's a Leeds fan. This is Stanley, Leeds fan, saying, how you doing? Did you watch our match? I was fucking at the end of the second half. I beg your pardon? I mean, lucky you. No need to brag about it. But I'm on the assumption that you've missed a word there. The referee not even knowing he had another yellow. There you go. Yeah, he was... I only seen the penalty miss and the second yellow. Is literally the only bit I've seen. Where are we going? Spurs, that's where we're going. Right, okay, so these are Spurs' remaining fixtures. We're going to ignore this game today. Right, we're going to ignore this one. So, what we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, 24 points up for grabs. Get your points tally in your head. Okay, how many points are Spurs picking up in total? So you're going to have to go work it out game by game. So next week, they're at home to Nottingham Forest. I'm going to play this game myself. Let me get a pen and paper. There we go, that'll do. I've got a space on that page. Got my Sharpie. Let's go. Right. Spurs at home to Nottingham Forest. Then they're away to Sunderland. Then we've got Spurs at home to Brighton. Then we've got Spurs away to Wolves. That's us halfway through the fixtures so far. And then they're away to Aston Villa before they host Leeds United. The second last game of the season, they're away to Chelsea. And the last game of the season, they're at home to Everton. How many points do you think they're going to get? I'll tell you mine in a second. I'm going to just quickly knock up a poll. Now, we've only got 4 options. I'm going to have to be good with these. Right, so what we're going to go is 4. Do 5 to 8. Add 2 more options. I'll go 9 to 12. 9 to 13. And we do 14 or more. Because I don't think anyone's going to do that. So let's start the poll. There's 700 of you watching live. Firstly, thank you. As many of you get involved as possible, please. What points tally bracket would you go? I'll be honest with you. I've got them down for 7. 1 win. 1 win. 4 draws. That's it. And 3 defeats. There's not actually that many defeats in there for them. But, yeah, I don't have them down for many wins. I can't see them winning too many games. So I went 7 points. I went 7. Let's see what some of you are saying in the live chat. Then we'll get the poll towards the end of the break. Steve thinks they'll beat Wolves in Brighton. It's funny enough, I put the 3 points for Brighton, not Wolves though. Pierre saying maximum 9. Jordan, Ricky is saying 8 maximum. Steve saying 10 points. Danny saying not for us. He was injured. Richarlison loves a time-wasting dive or 2. He still wears his Everton stuff. Broccoli would also take Richarlison. Liked him since he came to the league with Watford. Hamas saying their fixtures are just too winnable. Surely to get a win. The thing is, everyone else's fixtures are winnable as well. It's not just theirs. You look at everyone else's, you can convince yourself that they're all going to pick up decent points. Mark says 1 win, 3 draws. Same as myself. Hamas is saying I think they beat Sunderland and Brighton. Pinks is saying I think they'll get 3 wins. I don't know why. It's your gut feeling. Sometimes your gut feeling just tells you, doesn't it? Ionix is saying I'll be surprised at any wins as they've lost their last 8. Law of averages, right, comes into play at some point, doesn't it? I know it's a silly thing. You can't make an argument based on law of averages, but it does come into play that eventually they're just going to pick up a win, even if it's purely down to that. And you are down to that. But it's even like Burnley. At some point, Burnley will pick up a win. Burnley will probably win at least 1 more game this season. Good luck picking which one. But it's just, even if it's just down to law of averages, they failed to win yesterday. What was the score? 0-0 with Bournemouth. So they've done... Oh, I can't remember how many games it is now. I did make a note of it. This is the longest they've gone at home without winning a game of football in their history. So it's not, it's just not good. Not good for the Clarets. Gary saying they will end up on 38 points. We will be 1 more. I'll take that. I will take that. Danny, an Everton fan, saying both of you on the same points last game and you draw with Leeds and we win and put them down. I would absolutely love that, Danny. Danny, anyone else who's not a West Ham fan or a Leeds fan in the live chat, If you support one of the teams not in the relegation battle, write what team you support and who you think is going down. We can all agree that Burnley and Wolves are gone. So who's the third team? So Danny, if you don't mind, and if you support whoever in the live chat, Everton, Sunderland, whoever, just say who you support and who you think today, who you think is going to go down with the other two. I'm intrigued. I'm always intrigued as to what the neutrals think, because they've got less, if any, emotion. Bet Sunderland wants Forest to go down. No, think, not want. Different question. Also, what do you mean you want Forest to go down? We've got a chance to put the Spurs down here. What are you chatting about? Billy is a Sunderland fan. He reckons Spurs is going to go. Rubbat thinks Leeds. Don't know who Rubbat supports though, but he reckons Leeds. Charles is a West Ham fan. I know that. He wants Leeds to go down. Guys, I said they were unlucky today, and I think Forest and Leeds dropped 2 points because Fulham and Palace were there for the taking. So I will take that. Timbo's a Man U fan. She thinks Tottenham is going down. Total free fall with no signs of a lifeline. Brett says, think Forest will go down and don't like Wolfie. Hammer GP saying, PG even, don't think Spurs have a very difficult run in, but they're in disarray, so I reckon maybe 9 points. We'll get the poll towards the end. I should have made it maybe shorter, the tallies, but if someone wants to go big, you've got to give them the option. Joshua reckons Leeds are going to go down. Their away form's so bad. 1 win all season. It's not good, is it? RC, what's the result you want for Spurs, Forest? I think I would prefer Spurs to lose, said RC. I think a draw. Keep them both right in it. And if we can win, we'll go above both of them. And I think that would be very good. Plus, it's the international break. It's a long time for them to stew on it. And it's a good time for us to enjoy it. Simon's a Sunderland fan. He says he's looking at Forest or Spurs. No neutral saying West Ham. Maybe they don't want to upset me. You won't upset me. Just so anyone knows, anyone that doesn't support West Ham in the live chat thinks West Ham are going to get relegated, just say it. You will not upset me. I know I've got West Ham friends who still think we're going to go down. No, Sunderland. Saying Spurs will beat Sunderland. We are decimated by injuries. You don't look great at the minute, but listen, you beat Leeds, so Sunderland are in my good books. And we beat you, so you're confirmed. All you have to do now is beat Spurs for us. Granit Xhaka against his former North London rivals. That's enough. Law, away win at Sunderland and draw versus Leeds. Everton, Spurs are, I don't know if he means finished. Maybe he means fucked. I don't know what FD means. I'll boxed up saying I'm a Leeds fan now, like Wolfie. It's not me I dislike him, it's the previous subscriber. Gary said, I'd at least like Liverpool to take this seriously as when they played West Ham. That was just fluky. When they beat us. Robert's a Sunderland fan. Says, Spurs is going. Stu did the World Football Predictor and I have Forest down, but then I didn't predict a point last night. I think it will take about 40 this term. I'm going to do that predictor thing after next weekend. So the international break, basically. I've got 3 videos planned for the international break so that I can just record the Monday, Tuesday, record 3 videos and upload them over the international break. So I'm not going to lie, I'm just going to fuck off and leave you for a few days, but you'll get content going up, and I can earn like £3 per video. Might treat myself to a meal deal at the end of April with the money. That would be delicious. John T, do you think we can beat Villa? 100%. I've thought it for a while. Nothing's changed my mind. If anything, I'm even more convinced that we can beat them. Doesn't mean we will, but I certainly think we could. Jamie thinks Spurs are going to roll the dice on a new manager and do enough to turn it around. Forest will go if we continue our form. The thing with Spurs, if they do sack Tudor, I'd be surprised if they didn't after this, with the assumption they're going to get knocked out of the Champions League, aren't they? Maybe they give him one more week. Maybe they think, right, let's just give him the Nottingham Forest game, and then we'll replace him over the international break if we have to. But that's a very dangerous mindset to have. Can really backfire in the sense that Spurs could win, so you keep him, and then you go back to how you are after international break, and you start losing games again. But who are they going to go get, right? I think the thing is, right, will managers be attracted to the Spurs job? Yeah. Financially, they'd absolutely love the Spurs job, I'm sure. But it's a very unappealing club. Like, if you... It's the whole it's Spurs thing again, and I keep arguing this, and it's not, you're not all guilty, but there's certainly people, some of my friends, that's where I get it from. Some of my bloody friends are like, yeah, but it's Spurs. I'm like, that's not a reason, right? Why do you think Spurs will stay up? Oh, it's Spurs. It's not a reason. It's not a legitimate reason as to why a team's going to stay up. You can't just say that. Like, what does it even mean? Because to me, Spurs is bottling it. Spurs is not being good enough. That's Spurs as far as I'm concerned. So why is a team going to stay up? It's Spurs. Yeah, but what I associate with that club is failure. So that's, if anything, it's Spurs should be an argument as to why they're going to get relegated. Because they always fail. They're used to failing. But I get what they're trying to say, which is, well, it's a greedy six club, it's a Sky Sports six club, they're not going to go down. But you've got to remove that. You've got to remove it. So change the name from Spurs to anyone else. And if you look at the football club and you don't look at it, you look at what Spurs are right now, but you forget that their name is Spurs. Insert any other club. Think of the most boring average club in the Premier League you can think of, and that's what they're doing. Spurs is that club right now. Why would a manager go there? It's a very unappealing position. Once the summer comes round, if they've stayed up, a lot of managers go, oh, I'll have a bit of that, actually. Because they'll back themselves. Oh, I can transform that. But right now, with hardly any players, there's no opportunity to bring new players in. So you've got what you've got. And at the minute, they've got 18 players and 3 of them are goalkeepers. I appreciate there's a couple of suspensions in there, which will help. But it's just a very unappealing club. I don't know why you'd go there unless you were desperate as a manager. And that's the manager you don't want to be hiring. The only thing that might happen is Harry Redknapp goes there and it's a little bit romantic and it works for them. But bloody hope not. Basically saying, if you're a Spurs fan, who'd you get in charge? Probably Harry Redknapp. Just fucking one last roll of the dice and hurrah. Stu, how's Grace? She's doing okay, thank you. Long week, wasn't well last weekend. And then, so she was sick on the Friday. She was okay-ish Saturday. Sunday she wasn't good. Monday she wasn't good. So Mrs. Gio rang 111 and we got told to take her up to A&E's, which we did. So we're there Tuesday. She wasn't very good on Tuesday. Wasn't good Wednesday. And Thursday she was no worse. So she went to nursery because there was nothing else we could do. And yesterday she was a little... Today's Sunday. Friday she was slightly better. And she was slightly better yesterday and she's slightly better today. So she's improving. She's not 100%, but she's improving. Thank you very much for asking. Very kind of you. Bloody stressful thing, aren't they, kids? Anyway, Rio whizzes it into Gakpo, but he's been nudged off the ball. I haven't done the clock, have I? For fuck's sake, Gio. Anyway, right, let me just get this sorted out. Too busy yapping. All right, give it 10 seconds and I'll push a bit so that I'm in sync with what I'm watching. There we go. Beautiful stuff. That's the clock all synced up with what I'm watching. As Liverpool just knock it around just inside their own half. Liverpool 1, Spurs 0. Should it finish like this, that would see Spurs tied on points with West Ham United, Nottingham Forest. That's a good ball into Gakpo. He's trying to wiggle away. Dancel brings him down, and he'll do well to escape a yellow card there. Rio's on the ball. He's had a good game so far up against Porto. A very experienced right back in. Porto's all over him here. Rio's into the box. And Sousa brings him down. And that's... Yay! That looked like a pen to me. Referee's not giving it. And Sousa's now asking him to get booked, which might get him booked. Very stupid thing to do, ask for a player to get a yellow card, as if a referee's going to go, actually, yeah, fuck it, let's just give him one. To be fair, I've seen referees do that. Not a pen for me. I have to say, not a pen. Slight bit of contact, goes down very easily. And who's he booking? He's booking Igor Tudor. What's he barking about? Spurs manager's gone and got booked. Very brainy thing to do. Anyway, no pen, and I have to say I do agree with that decision. I didn't think it was a penalty, looking at the replay. Dancer as well. Get there first. Get that cleared into row Z. I'll be honest with you, I'm just popping a fiver on Sousa to get booked. He's done a few fouls. Asked for a player to get a yellow card, which is always a no-go. And he's got really good, or bad, depending how you want to look at it, card record in his history. Anyway, £5 chucked on that. Dancel coming forward to take the long throw for Spurs. Who got on the bench? I'm assuming Salah's on the bench. Ekitike on the bench. I want to get Ekitike on. This is how shite I am at Fantasy League. I captained Ekitike this week. Don't even play. Saying that, he can still come on and rifle in a hat-trick on the assumption he's on the bench. He's got to be on the bench, right? Let's have a look. I'll make sure I'm more prepared for next time, and I'll have the benches on the screen. Lineups. Yeah, he's on the bench. That's all right then. Chiesa, Ekitike, Jones, Kirkes, Kanate, Nyoni, Ramsey, and Salah. Good to see Wilson finally on the bench for Spurs. Frimpong coming forward here for Liverpool. Squares it. Rio brings it down and has a shot. High and wide. Got a fancy another goal for Liverpool today. We're going to need another goal for Liverpool, I think. It's all right, 1-0. Always a risky scoreline. What I'll do is I'll end the poll. Let's have a look. As it's a little scramble in the middle of the pitch. Let's have a look. End the poll. What we got? Let's have a look. I asked you all how many points we see Spurs getting in the remaining 8 Premier League fixtures post this match at Anfield. And I've closed the poll, but the results haven't come up. Nice one, YouTube. Give me the bloody poll results. Give me the results. Why is it broken? Oh, there we go. They've come up now. Right, so 57% of you reckon between either 5, 6, 7, 8 points. 29% reckon 4 or less. 12% reckon 9 to 13. And only 2% reckon they're going to get 14 or more points. Oh. Charge. I need to do the Premier League 2 watch along because they stopped the YouTube chat. What do you mean? I don't know what you're referring to, Charge. I require further information. Another effort by Rio on target. Comfortable save by Vicario. Szoboszlai, nice little 1-2 against Frimpong there. He skips past Sarr and goes down. But it's a throw in to Spurs. Oh, West Ham have removed the YouTube chat. Why would they do that? I don't know. The club are really bad at like overt into real. They're really bad at just like doing commercial stuff because there's so many things they could do to like improve things, but also to make more money, really. But anyway, God knows with that bloody football club. Pardon me. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Plinks, no, I didn't watch the Villa game. I watched the Nottingham Forest Fulham game. That's the one I watched. Frank is a Villa fan, saying they're poor and it's 3 points for West Ham next week. Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can get 3 points at Villa Park. It'll be a difficult game, but I'm fairly hopeful. Actually, I'm very hopeful. I think we're capable. So let's hope. I'll be buzzing if we can go there and get 3 points. I'd love it! Spurs just racking up the throw-ins at the minute. Can we have Ekitike on, please, Mr. Arneslot? Rio's playing well, but your other two ain't up front. But Charlison, he looked offside. It's a good save by Allison. And Richarlison's wanting a pen for getting his shirt pulled. There was certainly a physical duel between the two of them. The corner's been given, so he's obviously onside. Let's have a look at this. Goes forward there by Vicario. Well, no one touches it, so he is onside. He does really well to hold off Van Dijk and get his shot away. And it's a good save by Allison. You're not getting a pen for that, mate. Van Dijk's just making it really difficult for him. He's certainly impacting Richarlison. But it's not a pen. There's a sub coming here. Is it Ekitike? Oh, it's Xavi. It's Spurs is making a sub. Oh, he's taking Sousa off. To be fair, there's a super sub, so my bet rolls on to Xavi. I need him to get booked now. Go stud Van Dijk again. Anyway, corner kick to Liverpool. Not Liverpool, Spurs. Away by Gomez. Xavi. And it's knocked Richarlison out. He's back up on his feet. And Xavi again. And it's out for a goal kick. Which, no, it's not. Alisson kept it in. He's released it quickly to Szoboszlai. Here come Liverpool. Good opportunity for a counter-attack. Out to Rio. 1-on-1 with Pardo. Come on, skin him. He's skinned him. He's into the box. He cuts it across. Dragonson. It's not the best first touching well, but allows him to clear it out for a throw-in. He's having a great game, isn't he, Rio? I'm enjoying his performance. Wouldn't enjoy it as much if he was a Spurs player, but he's not, so I do. Szoboszlai, cannons off Slanky. Went to hit it from distance. Well, he did hit it from distance. Bit scrappy there, but Gravenberch comes out on top against Xavi. Looks for Frimpong. Good tackle, Spence. And a corner kick to Liverpool. Come on, then. Kelly's one is saying, how is Rio playing? He's playing well. He's by far, I think he's possibly the best player on the pitch today. The live chat will let you know, but I think he's looking brave. He's getting on the ball a lot and running at Porto consistently and beating him consistently as well. Free kick. Handball against Xavi. Salah's warming up, which is good. Where's Ekitike? Get him on. Oh, he is warming up as well. Brilliant. He's going to come on for like 5 minutes at the end, so my captain in FPL is in play and he's done nothing. Where's Virgil? Get him on this. Come on, son. Get your big head on this. And it comes from Szoboszlai. It hits Dragosin on the ponytail. And Spence clears it off Rio, but it's not quite gone out. But has now, but only for a throw-in. Come up to the hour mark at Anfield. Still 1-0 Liverpool. While all the focus is on Spurs, understandably, this is a very important game for Liverpool as well. This would put them into the top 4, leapfrogging Chelsea and Aston Villa. It put Liverpool and Villa on 51 points, and it put Liverpool just 3 points behind Man U. And Chelsea just a bit behind them on 48 points, which is how much points Liverpool have prior to this game. Not good at the minute, Chelsea, are they? I mean, if Brentford win tomorrow night against Wolves, Brentford would go a point behind Chelsea. Not great, are they, Chelsea? Interesting Premier League we've got this season. I like it. Not the fact that my team's in a relegation battle, but just the fact there's so much jeopardy at the minute, I think is good. It's healthy. Robertson with a poor pass, cut out by Chow, but he was able to recover and give it to McAllister. Andy Robertson, my boy. I do not have a signed Andy Robertson shirt. I can't do it. I'm not getting a shirt signed by a Scotsman of a different Premier League club. I'm not doing it. It would just be wrong. So if I want a signed Andy Robertson shirt, it's either got to be a Scotland one or he's got to go abroad. And I'm not counting Dundee United or Hull City. I'm not having either of those. I'm not doing it. Lewis, yeah, the last Spurs watch along was on here. You've got it wrong. It's not very West Hammy. This is just me being biased. So it was on here. On this channel. I want to keep it separate from West Ham. And I'll be doing... I'm going to attempt to do more watch-alongs, not just Spurs, more just in general. Next weekend's one won't be Spurs. I'm going to try and do one every weekend that's not West Ham on this channel. And it goes out to Frimpong on this right-hand side, who's running at Spence. Back to Szoboszlai. In it comes, and it's headed away by Danso. Maybe I'll put up a poll on the community post tomorrow or something. And you lot can vote as to which game we'll do a watch along for. But I think the contenders would be the Cup final. I can't do the Sunderland Newcastle game because I'd have to cut it short in order to go do Hamish chat work. So the contenders would be the Cup final, possibly Brentford Leeds. Good battle there, but Tal's nicked it off. Rio's tried to clip him, but he's missed him. Tal comes away with it. Finds Xavi, Sarr, Spurs trying to make something happen here. Not a great ball by Sarr, but he does find Xavi. He finds Spence on the overlap up against Szoboszlai. Back to Xavi. Frimpong putting him under pressure. And Gakpo intercepts it and it falls to Rio, who gets caught out, but Van Dijk looks to release Robertson, but too much on it. Danso, it's a neat ball by Danso to Porto. It's sucked Van Dijk out the middle of the pitch as well, so he's got it wide where he doesn't want to be. Tal skins McAllister. He crosses it, but Solanke fouls Alisson, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. Salah coming on for Liverpool. You'd imagine it's for Frimpong. Nah, he's not taking Rio off, is he? Ekatike's coming on. That's good news. Take off Gakpo and Frimpong. Jones is coming on. Take off McAllister as well. Rio's going off. That's frustrating. That's frustrating. Yeah, no, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. The thing is, I'll be watching the game anyway, right? I'll be watching the game. So I'll tell you, next Saturday, I watch an ugly amount of football, truth be told. But it's my job. But even when it wasn't my job, I still watched an ugly amount of football. So next weekend, I'll watch Brighton Liverpool at 12:30. Then I'll watch Fulham Burnley at 3. Then Everton Chelsea, and then Leeds Brentford. So I'll get 4 games in next Saturday. I'll get 4 games in. I may skip the Fulham Burnley one. 4 is a lot, isn't it? So I'll certainly watch 3 of them. So I'll watch Brighton Liverpool, Everton Chelsea, Leeds Brentford. We've got a game on Friday night. Bournemouth Man U on Friday night. Well, I'll watch that as well. And then on Sunday I'll get the first half of the Newcastle Sunderland game. Then I'll also watch Villa West Ham, and then I'll watch the Cup. So Friday, 3 Premier League games on the Saturday. West Ham, half of the Tyne-Wear derby, and then the Cup. So I'll watch 8. I could watch every game except the bloody Forest Spurs game next weekend. So there's lots of options for the watch along. I don't mind which one people pick. I'll put up a poll, and you can pick. I do watch the Champions League now. I only watched a few of the league games, but the knockouts is when I start to pay attention. Knowing me, knowing you, it's a shame you can't do the Newcastle. I appreciate the fact you won't even call them Newcastle. The Newcastle Sunderland game. I would have loved to have done. And the frustrating thing is, when you played them at your place, West Ham were on at the same time, so I couldn't watch it. So that's frustrating, because I was really looking forward to your games against them this season. As soon as you got promoted, I thought that would be a good game. Bit frustrating, but... Jazza, I hardly watch Scottish football, but usually, if I do watch it, sometimes it's midweek, and Sundays at 12 o'clock is often a slot for the football. International league, I don't watch any. I used to watch the Bundesliga, but since becoming a YouTuber as a job, I've sort of ditched that a little bit. And so before, I'd maybe watch, say, 3 or 4 Premier League games plus a Bundesliga game, sometimes 2, especially on a Friday night. But I've sort of started watching them a lot less and watching a lot more Premier League games, so I can try and, because I want this channel to do well as well. Robertson gives it to Gakpo. Here comes a chance for Liverpool, but no, he can't as he trips down, so never mind. He's fucking useless, isn't he, Gakpo? Bloody hell, he's useless. Oh, good effort there. Charlison. We need to see a bit more from Liverpool. It's Spurs are battling away. It's been a good performance by them, actually. Salah gives it to Ekitike. Come on. Ekitike cuts onto his left foot. Oh, for Jesus, man. What a terrible effort. He's absolutely scooped it high and wide. He's shanked it completely. The game's opening up a little bit, though. Well, we've got just over 25 minutes on the clock of normal time. The game's opening up. There's going to be another goal in this game. Hopefully it won't be for Spurs, but Richarlison's looking good today. He's been unlucky. A couple of headers, hasn't he? One he should have done better with. One was unlucky. Decent enough strike there with Richarlison. We need a second for Liverpool just to kill them off. Gakpo heads it down to Ekitike. Come on, make this one count. He's got ahead of the ball. Gives it to Salah. Cuts inside. Deflected. And... Jesus, Vicario. That's... Nah, come on. That must have went out somewhere. There's no way Vicario stopped that going out his box and out for a corner. We need to see that again. He does stop it from going out from a corner. No, it's not. It's well out. It's well out in the end. Jesus, how have they not seen that? So the thing is, right, you're never going to notice, the linesman perhaps can't see it, right, but the referee should be able to tell that he's got the ball on his chest and his waist is on the line. You don't even need to see the ball's out. Anyway, I think he was almost a bit silly to attempt that. He almost slid out the box holding on to it. You could say he made the right decision because play continued, but he shouldn't have done. 20 minutes to go. Come on, Liverpool. We need another one. We need another one. Gomez goes back to Alisson. He just dumps it forward. Tao brings it down. Gakpo's chasing him down and does really well to win it back. And Xavi Simons challenges Gakpo, but he does really well. Gives it to Salah. Ekitike's on the move. Salah, it's just overhit. Ekitike couldn't quite get there, but he does get there in the end. Out on the left-hand side. Gives it to Robertson. He cuts it back, but it's intercepted by Sarr. And he's weaving in and out of all the Liverpool players on the edge of his box. A bit risky, but he's done well. Gives it to Solanke, who's completely lost the ball under little pressure, which allows Szoboszlai to pick it up. And he's lost it to Sarr. This has been a poor game, hasn't it? This has been a poor game. Neither side are playing well. Liverpool are not playing well. Spurs are actually doing okay, but it's in comparison to Spurs of previous weeks who were complete dog shit. So the bar was low. But one of these Liverpool strikers could just put their boots on the correct feet and make it 2-0. I would appreciate it a lot. Even the passing's just sloppy, isn't it? Very little moments of quality in this game. Even the free kick, like I said, it was fun. It's a decent effort. That's all it is. It's just terrible goalkeeping. It's not right in the corner or anything like that. It's just away from the keeper because Vicario decided to offer Szoboszlai 2/3 of the goal to aim at. Anyway, good play there by Solanke. Gives it to Xavi, who breaks away, gives it to Tell. Solanke in the box with Gray at Charlison, but it's headed away by Van Dijk. McAllister flicks it on, but it goes straight back towards the Liverpool box. Robertson heads it down to Gakpo. They're going to get opportunities here, Liverpool. Spurs are starting to go forward in numbers. And Salah's done well. Salah! Ah, for fuck's sake. Even he's missed now. Salah's insisting it should have been a corner. Arne Slot is no happy. We'll have a little look at the replay. I mean, that's terrible defending by Dragazin. It should have been a corner. It's a good save by Vicario. It's a really good save by the keeper. But how stupid is that defending by Dragazin? He chests it down and he expects Vicario to come and get it and pick it up. But he's on the edge of the box. I'm not even convinced the ball was in the box for Vicario to come and get it. Simmons has got really lucky there, but he's nearly broke Szoboszlai's legs. He's completely tangled the Hungarian midfielder up, and it gets played out to Spence, who cuts in on his right. Spence into that hands of Alisson. I notice there's a sub coming on for Spurs. Who's on the bench for Spurs this afternoon? Let's have a look. Very little options, I'm aware, but who is actually on the bench? Moani, that's who's coming on. Austin and Kingsley, the keepers, are on the bench. Then they've got Roswell, who's a defender. Wilson, who's a striker, a Scottish striker. And then they've got Uluesi, Callum Uluesi, who's not played for Spurs yet. 19-year-old midfielder. Can't see him making a pitch. Anyway, cleared away by Liverpool. Salah's getting dragged across the gap by Archie Gray, but referee plays advantage. Salah, oh, for fuck's sake, it's a shite pass as well. Jesus, this Liverpool team was terrible. Spurs are going to get an equaliser if they're not careful. It's Tell, blocked by Van Dijk. Gakpo brings it down. Liverpool are going to get so many opportunities on the counter-attack, though. There's a lot of space opening up on this pitch. Spurs are putting their bodies forward as Moan is coming on with the guy that I just said won't come on. Callum Uluesi is coming on. Never heard of him. Moan is a funny player, isn't he? 1 minute I'll look at him and I think he's half decent. The next time I look at him, I think he's just absolute calamity and just concedes a lot of free kicks and doesn't really do much else. He's gone into central midfield anyway, this young lad. 15 minutes on the clock. It's a big occasion for him. Making his debut at Anfield is huge. I appreciate it's because of the circumstances, but do you care? I don't think you do. Szoboszlai gives it to Gakpo. And it's belted over the bar by Salah. Come on, Liverpool, for fuck's sake. Can we get another one, please? There's going to be another goal. There's going to be another goal in this game, isn't there? Gomez battling away with Solanke, with Charlison putting Gravenberch under pressure. And the referee's going to give Gravenberch a free kick. And he's a bit lenient sometimes, this referee. Sometimes he's giving free kicks and sometimes he's not. He's quite inconsistent with these physical duels. Out to Robertson. Under pressure from Mwani. Gives it to Gakpo, who's looked a bit better since coming out onto this left-hand side. He's trying to shake off Mwani. He's done really well, Gakpo. Gives out to Salah. He puts it in. It's a bad cross, but Robertson heads it back into the box. But there's just no one there. It landed around the penalty spot, and there's just no one there for Liverpool. Come on, Liverpool. Get a second one, please. Salah cuts onto his left foot. It's still Salah. Reverse pass to Gravenberch into Ekitike. Falls to Gravenberch. Deflected into the hands of Vicario. Spurs come forward. Porto fires it into Richarlison. Goes beyond him to Archie Gray. He sends it in back towards Richarlison. Nearly a free header for the Brazilian. He's giving everything out there. He's leaving everything on that pitch. Just doesn't quite get his head on it. Was leaning back, mistimed his jump a little bit there. I think he just couldn't quite sort his feet out. Ekitike brings it down. Danso's pulling at his shirt and the referee gives the free kick to Liverpool. Just inside the Spurs half. Which is, for most keepers, not troubling, but for Vicario, could be worth a shot. Liverpool have scored 17 goals in the last 15 minutes of play this season, the most in the league. That's promising. What's not so promising is the fact that they've got the 19th worst record for goals conceded at this stage in games. Lovely. So statistically, we're getting a goal. Robertson heads it down, but it's away by Danso. It's either going to be Liverpool or Richarlison. As Mwani skins McAllister. Gravenberch cuts out his pass, but that young lad plays out to Gray. Sar's on the ball. He might have a dig here. He could have, but he decided against it. Pardo. Xavi on the far side wants it, but he puts it into the box, heads away by Szoboszlai. And Salah's battling away and he's having to, and that might not quite go out for throwing as Xavi keeps it in. Come on, Liverpool. For God's sake. I just cared about Spurs getting beat tonight. It doesn't really, the score, while a hiding would be good. But I actually think it's been a more encouraging performance from Spurs. But as I say, the bar was low. Jones nicks it off Solanke. Salah into McAllister. Out to Andy Robertson. A chance maybe for Liverpool here. Ekitike keeps making those runs beyond the defence, but they're not really seeking him. Saying that occasionally they did. He didn't do much with it. Liverpool just slowing the game down. Ryan, thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Ryan just popped a couple of quid super chat in saying, thanks, Gio, for all your hard work. It's it's a pleasure. I've been watching the game anyway, so I enjoy doing this actually. I enjoy interacting with you lovely lot. Pardo back to Vicario. Curtis Jones is running after it anyway, and Vicario's decided he's going to try and play it out from the back, which is always a bad idea, and Salah nicks it. He gets his cross in, block, corner kick to Liverpool. 82 minutes gone at Anfield, come on! Van Dijk, leap like a salmon and get your head on this, please. Well, I say Van Dijk, just anyone, but to be fair, I prefer Ekitike just to salvage my disgrace of an FPL week and season. If FPL was a computer game when I was younger, I would have definitely rage quit by now. Anyway, come on, here we go. In it comes from Salah. It's flicked on by a Spurs player, but Mwani will pick it up at the very back of the pitch, clears it. Not a great touch by Szoboszlai. Actually goes out for throw in to Spurs on the halfway line, and there's going to be some subs here. Who's coming off for Liverpool? I'm leaning as if that's going to help me see the board. And Gakpo is going off. Not had a great game, has he? Inyoni coming on. Can't say I know much about this young lad. Seven minutes normal time to go, plus whatever we get added on. As Porto gets tackled by Inyoni, and it's a throw-in to Liverpool, just inside their own half. Ekitike has done really well. Get away from Danso here. He cuts it back, but there's just no one there for Liverpool again. It's just ended up in the middle of the box around the penalty spot area. There's no one to take advantage of it. Saying that, quick passing here between Robertson and Inyoni and finds Ekitike. Jones is in the box now. I didn't work it back to the right-hand side. And back to Van Dijk. And Inyoni dropping deep to get on the ball. He's certainly willing to get on it. That's what we'll say with this young kid. Rio was the same. They don't come on and hide, do they? These youngsters. Good ball. Salah right in that corner, picking it up, gives it back to Szoboszlai. A chance to get the cross in. Goes against it. He does shoot. Takes a deflection. I think. Must have been off his own player. Absolutely no call for a corner. And it's a goal kick to Spurs. Holiday, I don't know how many FPL points I'm on. I don't even look. I just do my team before the deadline and that's it. It's just a pathetic effort, really, just to see out the season. I'm crap. Liverpool just taking a minute to take this throw in here. 5 minutes to go. But Charleston and Rio apart, I think it's been quite a poor game, really. I think those two have played well. But I'll say, I guess Alisson's not done anything wrong. He's made a good save, hasn't he? But quite a low quality game. Sarr's battled away in the middle for Spurs, but to little impact. Spurs do have it. I mean, it's only 1-0. They're still right in this with 5 minutes to go. And it comes from Gray. But it's too high, too deep. And it's out for a goal kick to Liverpool. Jack says, what do we think of Spurs? Much improved in his opinion. It has improved, but not enough. They're still getting beat by a Liverpool team who are underwhelming. Lloyd saying, I haven't seen enough to think Spurs are getting out of this. Their bench isn't good enough to change the game. I think they're gone. Got a hard running coming too. They've not been good. It's not been a good game of football. The whole weekend's been pretty crap, actually, hasn't it? I watched Sunderland Brighton. It was okay for a 1-0. Then I watched Newcastle Chelsea. Again, it was okay for a 1-0. Watched our game, which I'd imagine would have been a tough gig for a neutral. I enjoyed it because I'm a West Ham fan, but I don't know if anyone would have who doesn't support West Ham. Arsenal fans would have, of course. And then today I watched the Forest Fulham game, and that was poor as well. This game's not been great. And tomorrow night we've got Brentford Wolves. Anyway, Spurs go long. 3 minutes of normal time to go. Alisson comes a long way and gets his fists on that. Salah couldn't break away on the counter. Simmons picks it up. Here he comes. Xavi plays out to Gray, who's now on the left-hand side. Trying to get an angle to get the cross in. Can't find one. Has to go back to Sarr. And he tucks it into Xavi. Really good ball by Archie Gray there. Xavi into the hands of Alisson. He's looked okay since he's come on. I like Xavi. I was a big fan of him pre-move to Spurs. Curtis Jones is bringing it down, giving it to Inyoni, and it's back to Andy Robertson. Van Dijk into Alexis McAllister. He's trying to break away here. Gets sandwiched, and referee says no foul. As Van Dijk clears it and starts hollering at his players. But Richarlison taking a minute to get up. McAllister still on the floor. But play continues as it should. Vicario pops out to Gray. He's had a good game. I like Archie Gray. I do like Archie Gray. Simmons into young lad. Back to Simmons. Plays it all the way out to Porto in his right back position. Just 90 seconds to go. Porto's screaming at Mwani, I assume. Jackson's on the ball. He's forced backwards. Come on. Vicario goes long. It falls to Mwani. It's Mwani. Gives it to Richarlison. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's 1-1. He deserves that. Richarlison deserves that. That's incredibly frustrating. It is terrible from Liverpool. That's the problem. You don't have a natural right back, though, do you? Szoboszlai's positioning is really stinky. Szoboszlai's got the position of a midfielder trying to play right back. Richarlison deserves that goal. Liverpool probably don't deserve to win. Anyway, Jones has picked it up. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Robertson pops it in. It's a terrible cross. It's a goal kick to Spurs. Macario getting told to stop his time wasting. Case, let's come on from McAllister. He's not played well. He's not having a good season, is he, McAllister? Well, that goal is a boost for Spurs, but it's a blow for... It's a boost for Chelsea as well, but it's a blow for West Ham, Leeds and Nottingham Forest. Gomez on the ball. He pings it out to Robertson. 3 minutes to go. And it's a terrible switch, and it's out for a throw into Spurs. And Liverpool have just not been good, have they? Liverpool have just not been good at all. Thank you. You guys are kind. Thank you to Davina. Something for the coffers. You always keep me entertained. It's a pleasure. Thank you for putting up with my nonsense. Roy as well, thank you very much. Saying enjoying the content, watch Hammers Chat every day, keep it up. Thank you, Roy, that's also very kind of you. And I appreciate you popping over to Tartan and keeping me company here too. And Chris as well for all of your support. Chris has always been a good supporter of me as well as Hammers Chat. Chris, thank you. He's saying our lads are staying up, come on you Irons, and also to Quiz for his continued support of both channels. Very, very kind of you. Thank you for all the support in the live chat. A couple of minutes to go. A draw is a fair result, truth be told. A draw is a fair result. There's no sense of injustice here on my behalf. I think this is deserved, really. Liverpool certainly had a few chances to put it to bed, but Spurs had a few chances to equalise prior to them doing so. Gravenberg on the ball. Szoboszlai. Just get Van Dijk up front. Do you know what I mean? There's 2 minutes to go. Just stick him in the box. You've tried this method of scoring all game and you've not managed. Your goal was from a free kick. So Van Dijk's going to pass to someone who's going to cross it to someone else. Like, just get Van Dijk in the box. I don't understand the reluctance to be ugly. The teams don't mind doing it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Here comes Spurs. Xavi is going to cut in on his right foot. Oh, he goes to pass it. He should have shot. Anyway, he's taking the deflection. He's going to go out for a corner to Spurs. They've got a corner in the very last minute. I just don't understand. The teams are so happy to do long throws and set pieces and whatever, right? But when it comes to open play, they're like, oh no, we will not just cross it to the centre back. Yeah, but when you get a throw and you'll happily get your centre back to come 50 yards up the pitch and launch it, I just don't understand it. Do not get the reluctance. Never shall. Anyway, surely Liverpool can defend this corner. If Spurs score here, I think you might see a grown man cry. But Charlison is going off. And Boswell's coming on, who, as we established whilst flicking earlier, he's a young centre-back at Spurs. Tudor happy to take the point and get back to North London. Understandably, his first point in the league as Spurs boss. Xavi sends the corner in. It's headed at the back post and Ekitike gets it away, but only falls Porro. Ekitike blocks it and there's a chance for Liverpool to break here. Kesa to his left, Salah to his right, Szoboszlai to his right. Please get this right, Ekitike, please get this right. Ekitike, it's a shite pass. It's back to Ekitike, blocked. Ah, for fuck's sake. What a stinky pass that was. Sums up Liverpool today, that counter-attack. Just not good enough. Robertson gives it, and then he's just giving it straight back. Him and Van Dijk both switched off there. Spurs have it again. There must only be seconds left here. As it's Xavi, he gives it out to Porto. Spurs fancy this. Porto drives it in, cleared by Van Dijk. Danso heads it up, and it's out for throw, and you'd imagine that will be that. And it is. (1-1). Liverpool 1. Spurs 1. Full time at Anfield. That was terrible, wasn't it? That was absolutely terrible. It was a poor game of football. Liverpool were bad. I think a draw is a fair result. Obviously, as a West Ham fan, I was wanting Liverpool to win. I was pleased that they were 1-0 up, but Liverpool weren't good. And I think that Charlison in particular deserved that equaliser. I think Arne Slot got it wrong. I think Rio was the most dangerous player on the pitch when Arne Slot done these subs. And I understand bringing Ekitike and Salah on, completely understand it, but Gakpo was playing piss and Frimpong was ineffective, and he took off the one player that was actually causing problems in order to accommodate the player that was playing piss and moving him out to the left. So I think Slot really got that sub wrong in particular, but Spurs deserve their point. Much improved performance from them. A lot of people saying, well, at least it keeps Igor Tudor in a job. They're not wrong, really. So I guess that is the silver lining. But the relegation battle, all four teams picking up a draw over the weekend. West Ham drawing Manchester City, Nottingham Forest drawing with Fulham, Leeds United drawing away to Crystal Palace, and then the Spurs getting a draw away to Liverpool. So a good point for some of the teams. A couple of them, Forest in particular, might be thinking, well, this is a missed opportunity because had we won, which was a winnable fixture, they all drew. Happy days. Just a bit frustrating, weren't it? Well, for me anyway, it was frustrating for me. But listen, thank you so much for joining me. An absolute pleasure. I'll put up a poll as a community post tomorrow on this channel with the fixtures for next weekend. And you can pick whatever one, and we'll do a little watch along. But still, massive thank you. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Still a little bit new to me doing this over here, but I enjoy it. I enjoy chatting to you lot. So thanks for putting up with my nonsense. Before you go, if you're new to Tartan Geo, please do subscribe. If you've enjoyed the content, please kindly drop a like on it by clicking thumbs up. And I shall catch you tomorrow.